My first pick of the physique draft is going to be...
I don't like this rule. This was Andrew's
I requested this rule so we'd have more picks and more creativity, but no, we switched. We switched first picks.
That's who you would have picked first?
There's definitely gonna be people we're gonna get hate for. There's gotten people we're missing.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Welcome to Backseat Directing.
Where we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, and more.
We're your hosts,
Andrew
and Aaron.
We put out new episodes every Monday and Thursday.
And on this episode, we're working out while doing a movie draft.
3, 2, 1, action. Bum, 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 bum.
So this episode is a little bit different. We are doing a draft, which we've done plenty of, and we're going to be drafting best actor physiques. And then at the same time, we're going to be deadlifting and working out and just talking about different movies and stuff that come up from the actors that we draft.
There's a new component to this. So since we're working out in between, I feel like it's going to be more challenging to keep in track who I want to pick and what order.
Oh, for sure.
I'm going to be forgetting things because I'm trying to focus on my set and distracted in between. So I got to try to keep that memory going and also make sure that I'm not breaking my back doing deadlifts once they get heavier.
Exactly. We got to stay focused so we don't get hurt, but then we have to stay focused where we win the draft. Yeah. So how many were we going to draft? 10?
10. We're drafting 10 actors' physiques. We'll go over the rules in just a second here, but I do want to say at the very beginning of the video that we appreciate anybody who watches very much. It would help a ton if you would follow us on all of our platforms. We're everywhere. We're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're on all social media platforms. So make sure to follow us on there. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content. Rate and share with friends and family is a great way to help us grow the show, and it means a lot.
Does it look like my arms or your arms?
You gotta put them inside my sleeves.
All right.
But do you want to kind of go over some of the specific rules for the physique draft?
Yeah, so I think the way that we decided to do this was you're going to make a draft for an actor, but you're drafting them in a specific role. And then once you draft an actor, you can't draft them in any other movie role either. So if you pick, I don't know, what's an example that wouldn't be on our list?
I don't know. If you pick...
Let's say you pick Iron Man. You can't, and you pick him from Ultron. You can't take him from
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, exactly.
Which stinks too because I made this rule.
I know. I don't like this rule. This was Andrew's rule.
I requested this rule so we'd have more picks and more creativity. But there are some people who have two or three really notable. We'll talk about it after once our picks are unveiled. There are some people with some really notable multiple roles where they shine.
Yes, exactly. All right, we're going to go ahead and start warming up the deadlifts.
How are we going to do our pick for who goes first?
Ooh.
We don't have a coin, do we?
I don't think so, but we can flip a plate.
Okay. Call it in the air, ready?
Wait, which one's which?
Call it.
What do you mean, which side's which?
Bro, look at this weight. Which one's heads and which one's tails?
I don't know, that's tails.
The side with the writing on it is tails to you?
It is whatever I want.
Literally
That's what I'm calling it.
This is heads. If I have to explain that to you.
Camera.
This is heads. The side with the writing on it. All right, call it in the air.
Tails. Jeez, you're going to bring my plate? See, that's tails.
I told you that was heads, and you know that's heads. So I am going to choose to have pick first. So I'm going to pick the first actor of the draft. So am I picking while you're lifting, or am I making my pick while I lift?
You can hit a lift, think about who you want, and then pick first. Whatever you want, man.
Okay.
It's a world, we're just living in it.
I think I know who I want to pick first. My first pick of the physique draft is going to be Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in Days of Future Past.
I hate you.
Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jacked Man. He looks insane in that movie. Insane. When he stands up in the...
I'm so upset.
I chose this specifically to hurt Aaron's feelings.
I would have picked a different movie, though.
I know you probably would have picked the Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolverine for sure.
I really like the scene where he's wearing the jeans and he like regenerates from all those bullet wounds from the mobsters in Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Man.
It's good.
If I could look like somebody, that's a top tier pick.
That is.
To be clear,
That's good.
that is not my number one pick.
That's my number one pick.
And that's why I took it.
All right. Let's see. I'll do another set here. Okay. My first pick is going to be someone that we both like. You know, he's up there. I'm just gonna go ahead and say Henry Cavill, Man of Steel.
No, we switched. We switched first picks.
That's who you would have picked first?
That was my absolute first pick.
That's awesome.
Specifically,
Put it up there.
You got the same movie too. Specifically, wow, this is degrading now. We're having each other write each other's picks up there.
You want 185?
Yeah, let's go up. Yeah, that's good.
165? What do you want?
165 probably be a better jump for me. Man, dude, the scene in Man of Steel where he gets the clothes off that wire. Or the scene when he's holding up the oil derrick.
Bro,
that's about to.
That's a man. That's a man,
dude.
Right there.
And we did not like.
That's a man.
I don't think any of us expected hairy-chested Superman, but hairy-chested Superman was the absolute move.
There's no other way now.
Man.
Like, that's Superman.
I don't know if it was worth it. I'm happy that I upset you, but I'm also so sad that I don't have my number one pick. Dude, Henry Cavill's Superman in Man of Steel. He is
You did it to me.
He's up top, he's literally just like this.
You did it to me.
He's literally, he's running to the clothesline. He looks like freaking Justice League the Animated Series build. He's so wide. Wow. I might have made a mistake. Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta try to keep my mind straight here for who my number two pick is. All right. This might not be everyone's number two pick. I'm gonna hold that pick. So I'm gonna hold that pick, and I have a different one in mind that I think is more in danger of being stolen. For my number two pick for the...
Dang, you just doing this?
Just doing what? Doing it while I lift?
We're not gonna acknowledge the ghost that just flew through.
No, I'm lifting so aggressively that it's literally shaking the earth.
Just wind is coming off.
Probably just off camera. A bunch of stuff just fell over there, but it's understandable. It usually happens when I lift in my garage.
Gotcha. All right, but what I was gonna say was that you're gonna talk while you lift.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
Lightweight, baby. All right, so for my number two pick, I actually went up easier than expected, which I was joking when I said lightweight. For my number two pick for the physique draft, I'm going to go with Captain America. The first Avenger, Chris Evans, when he first pops out of that pod. He had my girl Peggy Carter trembling, and me in my seat in the theater. That was great. And
Which movie?
First Avenger, but specifically the juxtaposition between Skinny Steve, which is so cool how they filmed that, by the way.
Are we doing shows too?
Yeah, we'll do shows.
Okay.
You've seen how they filmed that, right? How they filmed like 3 versions of the Skinny Steve, so they filmed it.
Yes.
They filmed it with Chris Evans full size for a frame of reference, and they filmed it with like a skinny model, and then they filmed it a third way too.
What was the third way?
I'm trying to remember. I would have said if I remembered, but they filmed 3 versions of it. Maybe one like mocap, Chris Evans, but
Or to like did his face maybe?
yeah, they filmed 3 different versions of it and then used those 3, the 2 in the reference footage, to composite together to make the Skinny Steve, which looks so good, especially for the time period it came out, which is like what, 2010? Mm-hmm. Like it's some of the best special effects you'll see.
Right?
Yeah, it's 13 years ago now.
Is it crazy how old the MCU is?
Yeah, dude technically started even before 2008 with the Incredible Hulk.
Right.
But man, that special effects is so cool. And then the effect it creates when he goes from small to big makes his physique all the more like insane and intimidating. Because you're used to Skinny Steve, and then you see the same face on bulky Steve.
I remember leaving the theater, and this was a while ago, obviously, and my friends and I were like, which one's actually Chris Evans? Is he actually that huge? There's no way that he's actually that big. They had to have done something digitally to him. And I remember like we're pulling it up, looking it up and stuff to see if he's actually that jacked or not.
The suspension of disbelief was unreal because it looks so good. It's like Avatar level of special effects. And I feel like it's so hard to do. They nailed it for the time period.
To be clear, he was that jacked.
He was that jacked. Dude, his dietitian and like workout trainer, like his...
It also helps when you fit a large guy into a small pod too, and he's like crumped in there, you know.
Also, every shirt
he probably just got done doing a few reps, you know, and he's pumped up and his chest just is popping out.
Every shirt Captain America wears in the franchise is two sizes too small. Yeah,
for sure. The whole time.
That Under Armour shirt in Winter Soldier and the white T-shirt when he first comes out of the pod are both like...
Yeah. They just kept the shirt from the smaller actor. And
exactly. He is huge. He is huge. And like, it's crazy. That's like the ideal pec development.
Yeah.
He has like, I don't want to say Arnie pecs, but like, this is like it's not Mr. Olympia.
They're
but
huge. All right, let me see my next pick here while you hit your set.
Nobody tells me when to lift.
Shut up.
At this rate, I'm gonna be done with the workout way before we're done with the draft. We're going for 10.
Come on, man. We still got a bunch of weight left. All right. Ready for this next one?
Yep, born ready.
I don't know if you have... I'm sure you have this movie and this character on your list.
Somewhere.
I'm not sure if it's your third pick or not, but taking him now eliminates his work from anything else as well, which
oh no,
is good for me.
I have a guess.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say Jake Gyllenhaal from Southpaw.
No, that's such a good one.
Dude, he is so shredded. He's a smaller guy, so like when he puts on muscle, he just looks huge. You know, like he's probably still weighs like what, like 165 to 175.
Right now he's
Southpaw.
No, you think so? Is he that short?
Yeah, I think he's small, man.
I didn't think he was that short.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Can you write it on there?
That's a really good pick. I will say that was in my top 5 for sure.
Okay.
You got me spelling Gyllenhaal?
Dude, I have no idea. Here we go. Do you got it?
Maybe. Is it 2 L's?
Yep.
I nailed it then.
Yeah.
I know it's 2 A's.
Yeah, 2 A's. Yep, good. Oh shoot, he's 6 foot.
I'm telling you, dude. Yeah, he's lean. He's like,
Okay.
I think his sitting weight is more slender. Like you see him in like Love and Other Drugs, and he's really lean. But
Southpaw.
for Southpaw, he's got to be what? Over like 200?
195. Dang. So he's big. He's bigger than I thought he was.
Dude, he's really big.
It's also been a while since I've seen that movie, but yeah.
The
much bigger than I
the
thought.
abdominal definition for him in Southpaw is insane, and his shoulders are really like wide.
205?
Yeah, I'm down to go 2.5.
That's 10.
But his abs poke out like crazy.
Dude.
And when you watch the behind the scenes training where he's got that long hair, like he's got like a ponytail. You seen that? He's got like because in the movie obviously he's got like a tight fade.
Right.
But, like the behind the scenes training when he's doing like the core work and stuff. Like he said he was doing like 6 miles a day of road work and stuff.
Because he was like actually training
like
like a fighter.
He was training like he was going into like a fight, not like a movie, which is crazy.
Which, that's what I love it when actors do that, when they like embody what it takes to be the character that they're doing.
Because he can
especially when it's fitness related.
Yeah.
That's like part of what, as a kid, made me excited to like of the thought of being like an actor. You know, it's because it's like you can actually take like a trial course at something. You know, like he's training for 6, 7, 8 months to be a boxer, and he has to be legit. You know, to be able to pull it off on screen, and he did it.
Yeah, it's like
it looked so good.
He could like Rocky can hit a speed bag. Jennifer Lawrence can shoot an arrow because of the Hunger Games. Like Keanu Reeves can like field reload and strip a firearm. Like they learn that stuff from their roles, and that makes it really cool.
It is really cool.
All right, so my pick's next.
Yes, sir.
All right, now here's where it gets hairy. I'm gonna have to check my notes after too long here. Who do I want to go next? Okay, I got it. My third pick of the draft. For my third pick of the draft, I'm gonna go with. Michael B. Jordan from Creed 3.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. That is a good freaking pick.
Based on your reaction, I don't feel like it was on your list, though.
So I have a secret, and that is I don't have a written list. So
I just wrote mine when I got here to your house today.
yeah. Michael B. Jordan.
I've been looking at them. Been looking at maybe like lists and things for reference, but
I like how on our list over here, I don't think you can see it on camera, but we have like our name and then our list, but we don't have a line under our name. So it's like we're being drafted.
Andrew, Hugh Jackman, the greats.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Dude, Michael B. Jordan, same thing with Jake Gyllenhaal, right? Like he passed as a boxer, you know, like he looks great. Is your mic off? Did you break it? It's on.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
But yeah, he plays the part. And Creed 3, you know, is one of my favorite movies of the year. And part of it is just because of how much of a training movie it is. I've literally been out here working out on multiple occasions with Creed 3 on the TV right there, getting me through my workout. You know. All right, Andrew, you get a good view back there? Let me know how my form is.
Your back is straight.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
What are we going to from here?
We only have 3. I only have 2. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take him. You know, like he's obviously gonna be on the list. I don't think he's maybe not our favorite physique, but man, he looks the same over time. Over movie after movie after movie. And he is the one who's out there working out at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., hustling before a movie. I'm going to go ahead and take The Rock in Hercules.
That's his biggest.
Yeah.
That's his absolute largest. So
he's huge.
I always thought
I also think he has like pretty decent ab definition in Hercules as well. I think Hercules is his biggest, most complete physique.
Yeah. At different points
of like a big brute. You know?
And he definitely, his ab definition probably, you said he's big and everything, but his ab definition probably wavers the most.
Yes.
Because he's always had like a huge chest.
Right.
Ever since like the early like Rocky days.
Yeah. I think he's his leanest probably in the game plan, right? He's pretty small in that one, but still huge.
Still very believably.
Small. He's still probably 30.
He's one of the few actors who's actually believable as like an NFL quarterback. Like an NFL player.
Like a linebacker or something?
They're all huge, you know? Quarterback. I mean, I guess even Tom Brady, who's not like known for being insanely muscular, like he's still large. He's over 6 foot.
Yeah, he's tall. Quarterbacks are normally tall. But I mean, The Rock played football. He went to University of Miami.
Didn't he play he played like the XFL, I think, for a little while too.
No. He bought the XFL. So he's an owner right now of the XFL. And he's trying to grow that, and he's in partnerships with the NFL to grow that.
It's so crazy to quit trying to be a football player and become a professional wrestler. It's like
right,
his
dad was a wrestler, so it makes sense.
Yeah,
you know, like he kind of had that.
But his dad
foot in the door.
His dad was told him, "Well, I don't want you to be struggling to pay bills like me." And his dad was like a very popular wrestler at the time too, still not making a lot of money, but his career's just gone insane. And it's like that, the dedication that he brings to both things, to the career and the workout side.
Right.
But yeah, Hercules, a lot of people would say probably assume he's his biggest in Pain and Gain, but he's even bigger and
I think he's a little leaner in Pain and Gain, but he's huge in Hercules. He looks pretty good in Black Adam as well.
And he's what, 50?
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's like Hugh Jackman and Logan too.
Right.
Also, Hugh Jackman's best physique is probably about to be, Deadpool 3, even though he's even older now.
I don't think it'll be his best physique.
Dude, he's looking pretty huge. Have you seen his Instagram post?
I've seen a little bit, but most of it's with his shirt on and stuff, so it's really hard to dictate. All right, we got 2 big blues on now. So 225. You gonna write my pick up there?
What'd you say?
You gonna write my pick up there?
No.
Was he on your list? I'm sure he was.
Yeah, I think he's lower on my list because, I mean, we got to pick some of the behemoths, you know?
Yeah.
But he's not like right at the top of mine.
I mean, he had to get picked in this draft, you know?
But I'm gonna meet your behemoth with a behemoth.
Don't do it.
For my fourth
Don't
pick of
do
the
it.
draft,
Stay away. Don't do it.
the behemoth of all behemoths.
No.
I'm gonna draft Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay. That's not where I was going, actually.
No, I'm going. That's the guy. That is the movie
That is
Physique
the
guy. I'm taking Arnold Schwarzenegger, and if I had to pick specifically a role, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go with Predator. I know that like I could pick Conan, and he's bigger and closer to his Mr. Olympia days, but Predator's just so iconic.
Yeah.
And like that bicep shot when him and Carl Weathers are like, Dylan.
I'm upset because this is where, like, not making a list really bites you in the butt. You know? Why wasn't I even thinking of Arnold? You know? I just think of him.
Dude, that's the number one guy.
I know, but
He's a first round pick in the fourth.
I know, I've seen him. I know, and we're going to get hate for that in the comments, for sure. But when I think of Arnold, I literally just think of the bodybuilder. Like, I've seen more of his workout stuff than I have his movies.
And that's the thing too, is maybe I could have picked Pumping Iron too.
Right.
But like
That's a documentary.
yeah, but I want Predator, dude. Like he's Predator. He's so cool.
No,
or not he is Predator, but
That's good.
That's like his most iconic role.
I can't believe I didn't.
Arnold versus a killing machine, dude. And then in Terminator, he is a killing machine. Dude, also Jingle All the Way, the Christmas
upset.
movie, where the dad is like Austrian and super inhumanly jacked for no reason. He's like, I'm trying to get this toy, but also I'm built like a Mack truck. In Jingle All the Way, I want to say he has no time for his family because he's working too much, but he still apparently has time to hit 2 workouts a day and eat like 6,000 calories.
Part of the job. He's still working.
Dude.
He's gone at work the whole time, whether it's working out or acting.
This is work. All right, so
It's crazy being
just Arnold. Yeah, you just gave up at Arnold. Fair.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Dude, I literally, when I was like, quote unquote research, I was like Arnold Physique. All you need is Arnold. He's taken that name over.
I'm pretty upset that I didn't get him, but I do have someone who's from the same era. Arguably, like, you know, they were competing their whole careers.
There's 2 that I think of, so I'm
Like
curious.
action movies.
Yeah.
They were going head to head. Physiques, they were going head to head. Obviously, Arnold had the bodybuilding background. My pick here that I have in mind is a little smaller than Arnold, but equally as like ripped.
Insanely cut, insanely ripped by like the word ripped.
He, to me, looks more of like that, like a superhero would.
I think he built the modern aesthetic for like the Greek god Adonis body type.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and take from Rambo. I think it's 2. Where he's like, I remember watching as a kid.
Do you want Rambo First Blood Part 2 or do you want Rambo 3?
I don't remember which one.
I feel like you want Rambo 3 if I'm being honest. I mean,
either way, I'm taking him. Why am I blanking on his name? Rocky. It's not Rocky Balboa. It's
should I help him?
Sylvester Stallone. Yeah. So it's one of those Rambos that I would take him from. And the scene that I'm thinking of specifically is where he's like tied up with his hands up and his feet I think are tied as well. I remember seeing that when my dad was watching it as a kid, and I was like, this guy is huge. You know, like it was one of the first people I've seen in a movie where I was like, Jesus.
Well, also Rocky 4. Like Rocky 1, he's like it's like that's his Hugh Jackman.
Put the 10s on?
Yeah, that's his Hugh Jackman in the first X-Men kind of role. Like he's very fit in Rocky 1. But he's also, you know, he's writing and directing that movie. But then actually no, just writing, right? Okay, forget that. But then like you've got Carl Weathers in that movie. Carl Weathers brought it from day one, dude. Carl Weathers is huge. And he's Apollo Creed. And then like ramping up to like Rocky 2, 3, 4. Like by the time 4 comes around, he's like insane.
Yeah, huge. All right.
Okay, so I have to go with my next pick.
Dude, we're only at 4, and we're cruising through these deadlifts. How you feeling? How's the weight going?
The weight's going okay. I've gone down to 3 reps. What's the weight at now? 245?
245, yeah.
Okay.
So I was pretty excited to do this episode because I love working out. Andrew loves working out. Working out was one of the first things that Andrew and I like really bonded over. We started training for a triathlon together, which is kind of the opposite of what we're doing right now. But yeah, so it's kind of fun to combine like both of our hobbies into one thing, and that's working out and movies and this podcast. So if you like this kind of episode, leave a comment down below and we'll gladly do more of these. It's also nice to just kind of change it up a bit too and not do the same thing over and over and over again. I don't really see a lot of other people talking about movies while they work out too, so maybe it's a cool little niche that we could start. We'll obviously keep doing our normal content for sure, but this could be kind of like a little bonus thing or something like that. So if you enjoy this, let us know, and we can, we're like barely working out right now too, let's be real. But we can
Speak for yourself, man.
we can like really ramp it up too and like do more stuff with our workouts if you guys like this kind of stuff, you know, and go a little more in depth to both our topic that we're talking about, but as well the movements that we're doing. So let us know what you think. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we're gonna go ahead and take a break here and start it back up for our cameras. So hold tight.
See you in literally no time for you guys.
Dude, Alani knows where it's at.
Okay, we're back. So for my next pick, this is one of the ones where I had the hardest time with only picking one role for the actor.
Yeah.
My next pick is going to be my number 5 pick. I'm going with Tom Hardy. And here I got a big choice, right? Because for me, there's 2 real choices. There's Bane from The Dark Knight Rises.
Sure.
And then there's Warrior. And I
know which one I would pick.
I'm going to go with Warrior.
That's the right one.
I think to me, Bane is more about the arms, and Warrior to me is more about like the lats. Like his lats and traps in Warrior are absolutely insane.
Gosh darn it. What's his name? It's not Bane.
Tom Hardy.
Thank you.
But in Warrior, I remember the first time watching it being like, bro, I have not conceived of somebody at the time that I watched this movie with wings like that. Like,
Dude,
his lats are huge.
His lats and traps, like they just all connect and they're just one big giant muscle.
I also think he had like a pretty short time to prepare for that movie, like 6 months or less. Like I think
he's a stud. That's a good pick.
They filmed the rest of the movie, I think, first, if I'm remembering correctly, and then gave his shirtless scenes like more time for him to like do more of the workouts. So like the fights and like the sparring in the gym and stuff, I think they filmed last.
Wow. Right now we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4 actors that are in like a fighting movie. Which one of those fighting movies do you think is the best? Best in terms of, let's say, the action of the actual fights, but then also best in terms of like the whole movie together.
That's really tough. Because like the fighting, like the actual fighting is probably filmed maybe best in Creed 3.
It's the most recent one, so that makes sense.
But then my favorite movie on here, man, it's so tough. Warrior and Southpaw are 2 of my favorites. That said, I do really, really love Days of Future Past and Man of Steel, but I think Warrior and Southpaw are my favorites in terms of story. Like, Southpaw is so emotional. I cried twice watching that movie.
Yeah.
The scene with the daughter and the... Spoiler alert, skip ahead 10 seconds. The scene with the daughter and the scene where his wife dies.
His wife, yeah.
And I will not talk about that. So people that skipped ahead.
Dude, it'd be a hard choice for me to pick. I think you're right with the action. I think it's Creed 3.
It's filmed so well.
Yeah.
But then my other contender for like the filming of action would be like Days of Future Past,
Well,
Man
I
of
was thinking
Steel.
just out of the fighting movies.
Okay, but Southpaw films it really good too. Like this,
It's been so long since I've watched Southpaw. We should do a full episode on it.
We should. I love Southpaw. It's like my favorite boxing movie.
All right, let us know in the comments. Should we do a Southpaw movie review, or should we skip it because you don't want to see it?
Yeah, I mean, Sly's got a bunch of fighting movies too.
Yeah.
The Rocky movies are really good. I really like Rocky Balboa a lot.
Isn't that the one that people don't like as much?
I think so, because he's coming back out of retirement as an old man fighting like the but I just really like it. I don't know. It's nostalgic for me. I watched Rocky growing up as a kid. I had 2 turtles named Cuff and Link that I named after Rocky's turtles. It's nostalgic for me, so I was gonna like it either way. But I really like the scene where he's talking to his son. Everybody knows the scene where he's like, "You used to fit right here."
I think Southpaw is the movie that encapsulates the most like emotion for me. You know, like it's the heaviest hitting one.
But Warrior's really emotional too.
Warrior is
about his relationship with his dad and his relationship with his brother. Like
Warrior's heavy as well. You're so right there.
He's like you're my brother.
What do you want to go to next? We're at 245. Should we make another 20-pound jump and go to 265?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna probably drop to 1 rep just to keep myself in contention. But that scene in Warrior where he's like, "You're my brother?" He's like, "Those are my brothers." Like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
And he's like doing the whole thing for his friend's family. He's trying to like support them with the prize money. Southpaw, just that little girl, so good in that movie. Mm-hmm. She like her and Jake Gyllenhaal, honestly, but she's so surprising. She really pulls that movie together.
Yeah. All right, my next actor pick is, I don't know if this counts. I mean, it does count, right? Because
whatever we say counts.
Yeah, we make the rules here. But this movie actually hasn't come out yet.
So you're going based off a trailer physique?
Yeah.
No, so good.
Yeah, you know it. You know it.
Yeah, I'll say it. I'm willing to risk it to say it for you.
All
right. Aaron's 5th draft is going to be. I really hope I'm right. It's going to be Zac Efron in Iron Claw.
That's not it. That's not it. Oh man.
I had too much confidence. What is it?
It is Aaron Taylor Johnson
and Kraven the Hunter.
Dude, he was stacked. That poster where he's just sitting there, he's huge, man. And he's cut.
Damn it.
And he's got a great name.
Damn it.
Aaron? Come on.
Damn it.
Let's go.
Okay, well, I still don't feel like I screwed myself over here.
No, because now you have your pick. If it was like a snake draft, you're in trouble. But it's not. So
I gotta rate that.
We're going back and forth, back and forth. That was a good one.
I'm gonna write him on here as Kraven.
Kraven?
Yeah.
I like it. Aaron Taylor Johnson.
He's in very good shape.
Dude, he looks good in all his movies.
Savages, Kick-Ass 2,
Yeah.
He's
put on some size since Kick-Ass.
I strive one day to have his walk in Bullet Train.
Dude.
And
he's so slick.
He pulls off a mustache second to only Henry Cavill, in my opinion.
Dude, he looks so good. What do you think I could pull it off?
You should try it.
I have a weightlifting competition.
Guys, two likes on this video, and Aaron's gonna give himself just a mustache. He's gonna shave the goatee.
2 likes? No, we get 2 likes.
One of them's gonna be me.
No. We need
me and our own page.
We need 10 likes. 10 likes, and then we'll get the.
That's still such a low bar. We can get 10 likes.
Yeah, 10 likes, and then we get the mustache. Come on now.
And you have to wear it for an episode of the podcast, at least.
Absolutely.
One.
I think so. I have a weightlifting meet coming up, and typically after a weightlifting meet, I shave my beard, just kind of as like a symbolic refresh, you know.
Symbolism.
And I was thinking of leaving just the mustache for a day or two, you know, kind of see how I can pull it off. I don't know if I'm on the same level as Aaron Taylor Johnson and Henry Cavill, but it's about the only facial hair that comes in fully for me. So if it's going to be any kind of facial hair, my mustache has to be, you know? It's already grown out too, so I won't have like an awkward mustache to start out with, you know? Like if you were to grow your mustache, it would be like really small and thin, you know? Like you'd have a long way to go, but mine's there. I just got to shave off the bottom. So 10 likes.
10 likes, he's going to have
an episode with the mustache. Did I already do this weight?
I don't remember.
I don't think so. Feels heavier than the last set.
I'm nervous for my next pick.
Are you not going to pick who you said?
I'm not certain that I will. I don't know that you're going to pick it next. I feel like you're encouraging me to pick it so you can have a free ride onto your next pick.
I'm in your head. I'm in your head, man.
Okay.
I'm in your head. You want to go 275? That's 5 more pounds on each.
Let's do it.
All right,
I mean, I can.
We got to take the 10s off and put 25 on though.
What do you got right now?
This is 265.
We can go up more if you want. We don't have to go that slow.
All right, hey man, I'm just here for you. I'm here for whatever you want. What do you want?
We can go up 20 instead of 10.
20? Okay. Well, let's still take these off. Put the 25 on and a 5. I like to, when I'm lifting, put the biggest plate possible on there. You know, it makes you look strong. You know, and it makes the bar look very efficient, which means you are efficient. So you can lift more weights.
All right, ready for my next pick?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is, I don't know if this is a surprising one or not. Let's find out.
So when Andrew's going for this deadlift, he's thinking about getting those shoulders nice and tight, his core tight, and then
going
pushing
with
with his legs.
Ryan Gosling? Nope. Ryan Reynolds.
Which one?
Ryan Reynolds.
Which one?
In Blade Trinity.
You get like a fault there.
Ryan Reynolds in Blade Trinity.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. He's got some good physiques in a bunch of different movies. Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah. That young Ryan Reynolds.
I think I would have taken Zac Efron over him. And I think I will, but not the movie that you said. I'm going to pick a different movie, and that is Baywatch.
Yeah.
For Zac Efron, Baywatch. That's his most lean and cut physique. He was doing a lot of that like dehydration method, which Hugh Jackman did for Wolverine as well. It's basically like you get really muscular, really fit, and then 2 or 3 days before your big scene, you just like cut out most of your water intake. So basically your skin ends up getting really dry and hugging your muscles, so you look even more jacked and shredded than you actually sit at a normal day. And not only did he do that for this, but he was actually performing some pretty hard American Ninja Warrior movements. And he wasn't faking those. He was actually like climbing. Like, so not only is he like extremely dehydrated, he's performing as well, which Hugh Jackman, I mean, he's going through some fight scenes and stuff, which is probably equally as hard. But this was like,
I don't know about equally as hard. Yeah, the American Ninja Warrior stuff people definitely underestimate.
Yeah, I think in terms of I think it's more of a specific skill. Like Zac Efron probably could learn the choreography for a fight, but I don't know if Hugh Jackman could have transitioned over and done American Ninja Warrior.
It's especially hard to start it at an older age because of all the joint, the difficulty it has on the joint.
Andrew used to do a lot of American Ninja Warrior stuff, and
before I retired.
Yeah, when I first met him, like that's what he would train for. So much so when he bought his house, he built a little thing in his backyard. We would go to ninja gyms a few times. Him more than I would, but Andrew, he was pretty good at it. Now he's put on some weight, some muscle.
No, I'm large. I'm probably like not that much larger.
You got to be at what? At least 10 pounds heavier than 2 years ago when you were doing that stuff a lot. Right?
Yeah, 10, 15, yeah.
That's a lot of weight.
But it's
my pick up there.
Yeah, oh, it's my pick now.
Yeah, but we can talk about Ryan Reynolds more if you want. We kind of jumped over him.
Baywatch is a good pick.
I think Ryan Reynolds has a really good physique in all the Deadpool movies. It's just not shown off as much.
He's really, really, really cut in Blade Trinity.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he looks kind of his biggest there too, I would say.
Yeah, I think Blade Trinity for me is the best pick. He's pretty big in Deadpool too, though. In that knife throwing scene, it's sometimes harder to tell with him under the prosthetics because after he's like burned as the role of Wade Wilson.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think he had a really good physique for Deadpool, both of them, but the movie just doesn't show it very well.
What about that Green Lantern physique though?
I mean, he looks good there too. Or Proposal, Sleeper pick.
Who's that? So who do I have left? So you took Zac Efron off the board.
Yes, sir.
And now I'm at my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th pick of the draft.
Yeah, let's number these.
So for my 7th pick, I am going to go with Ryan Gosling now.
Ryan's back to back.
And he is always in really good shape, so it's hard to pick.
Which one?
I'm going in between right now, either Barbie or Crazy Stupid Love. And it's honestly like a tough call.
Which picture do you want to be shown when you draft Ryan Gosling to the audience?
When you put it that way, I'm gonna go with Barbie.
Barbie? Okay.
Yeah.
I probably would have picked Crazy Stupid Love. I feel like that seems more iconic anyways, but he's got a great physique in both.
Barbie, I think he is more defined, and it's also really impressive to me because he's at older age too.
Yeah.
Like the Barbie physique, like looking like a literal Ken doll. Like he had to at his age, he had to like embody basically like a statue of a man.
Yeah.
And he looks really, really fit.
He does. All right, moving on to my next pick. Ryan Gosling, that's a good one. He's a stud. I think Ryan Gosling, Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman, those are some of my favorite actors right there. They could like do almost any role. They could Hugh Jackman's range is crazy. I feel like it's not talked about enough.
Those are people who I would go to the movie just to see them.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
Like it's enough.
When you have Jake Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman in the same movie as Prisoners, mind blown. It was amazing. All right, let's go, Andrew. Come on. Big boy White here. Yeah. Nice.
What's that, 285?
Nope. 295.
Felt like 285, no big
Moving
deal.
up. I like it. I like it. Is it my pick? No. No, it's not. You just wrote my stuff all weird. It looks like I have the same amount, but I'm actually one behind you.
Oh, okay, yeah. Complain about the way I wrote your stuff.
All right, get out of my shot, man. This is my money angle right here for this deadlift. You're like right in my way, dude. Like no one wants to. They want to see me lift.
I wrote Jake Gyllenhaal at a super declining angle. That's why it's all messed up. The Gyllenhaal is like,
and even the Dwayne Johnson's like,
it's like a U with the Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. Lightweight,
baby.
We'll go 315. Take these off. Put the black on over there.
315.
Yeah, that was 295.
You're gonna jump up.
You want to take?
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, what did we just? Oh, we did do a 10-pound jump last.
Well, if we do,
you want to do 305 first?
If I do 305, there's probably like less of a chance that I'll hit 315.
That is probably true.
So just go for it.
Yeah, I also have a belt if you would like.
I definitely want to put on the belt for 315.
Let's take these off.
So,
what do you think the total poundage of all these plates is?
Of every plate in your garage?
Yeah. A lot, right?
What, like 1,000?
I don't even know.
You have the 55 pounders too. That's true.
I haven't totaled it all up in a while. It's got to be pretty darn close to 1,000, because we have, maybe someone in the comments can tell us. We have 4 pairs of 45s, so that's 8 45s. We have a pair of 55s, 35s, a bunch of pairs, probably 4 pairs of 25s, and then 4 pairs of 10s and 15s, 5s, and 2.5s. That's a lot of weight.
That is a lot of weight. Weighs a little bit more than me. After
a little bit. Okay, next pick. This pick I've had on my list for, like, I've had him in my mind like this whole time, and I kept thinking like I can push him off, and now I think it's finally time to draft him. I think he's an underdog, a sleeper pick. I think maybe he's not on your list, but when I say it, you're gonna be like, oh shoot, I should have maybe drafted him sooner.
Movie or TV?
The pick that I'm taking him from specifically is a TV show.
Oh, okay. I'm less worried now. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a mistake on your part for being less worried. Just want to make sure I'm getting his name right here.
Yeah, Aaron don't even know these guys' names.
I know.
This is my idol.
I don't even know your name.
Spell my last name right now.
Alan Richardson.
Oh, Alan Richardson, right?
Richardson, yeah.
Jack. So are you taking him from Jack Reacher?
From Reacher.
Nice,
Yep.
nice. Okay,
Yep.
respect. He's dude.
Beast.
There's a clip. Look it up. There's a clip of him, because in Reacher he puts the zip ties on and breaks out of them. There's a clip of him on like a morning show or something doing an interview, and they put it on him. He just pops out of them, and it's like, whoo, that's a man. That's a man right there.
huge, but not only is he huge, he's shredded. You can see every single ad on
Well,
that.
he's been big since like Blue Mountain State or whatever that show he was in. He's been
Yeah.
big for like a long time.
He's a big guy.
And like Chris
But
Evans,
he's so lean.
like when it comes to Chris Evans, really, really good shape. And same thing with, okay, I won't say, but Chris Evans, really, really good shape like his whole career. You see him in Fantastic Four, but then it's obviously bulked up a lot
Yeah.
for Captain America: First Avenger. But this guy, he's been big. Like,
Yeah. Not only has he been big, you can tell that he does this, like he works out for a living. Like his physique is very important to him. Because like you could say like Chris Evans kind of works out to be in shape for a movie. You know, like Chris Evans right now doesn't look much like his Captain America shape, you know?
Yeah.
Like this guy, he's working out because that's who he is. Like I don't know his background completely, but it's probably like bodybuilding and powerlifting, somewhere around there, because he looks crazy in shape.
he does. He's ridiculous. He's a monster. Another behemoth. Is that who you thought I was going to pick when I said behemoth? Who did you think I was going to pick when I said behemoth and I picked Arnold? Because you said you thought I was going to pick somebody different.
They have not been mentioned yet.
Oh.
I don't know why Arnold was not on my list. And again, I didn't make a list before him, but I really do think it's because I see him more as a bodybuilder. And I don't know, I just didn't. It was a mistake. It was a mistake.
It's crazy because we're picking 20. Also, you're casually about to hit this weight, so I hate you. We're just in the middle of my sentence. Just
You might win the draft, but I'll win the deadlift.
I win the war. Yeah. What was I just saying?
I don't know, but my list is getting further and further down this whiteboard.
Don't worry about it. All right, I need where's the belt?
Oh, yeah. Over here in my backpack. I don't use this thing very often, you know, so it's...
My next pick is going to be an interesting rival to your Alan Richson. It's like,
Okay.
It's not going to make any sense. Very, very different physiques.
Okay. An
But
interesting rival.
I'm going to try to name it after I hit this weight.
Yeah.
Which I'm definitely going to do.
Yeah, you better. You want chalk?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Might as well. Got some chalk right here. So you can see Andrew is putting on the belt now as the weight's getting heavier, just to kind of help keep him in a good position. He's going to use the belt to brace against. So he's breathing into the belt to help him get this weight. He's getting angry. Here he goes. Bars moving past the...
Woohoo!
There we go. Don't drop it. Nice. Let's go.
I was going to lower it a lot quicker than that before you said don't drop it. And I was like,
Dude, that moved really well. That was really good.
I think I'm a lot stronger than our last cycle of working out together because, like, I usually work out in cycles where I get lazy for a while.
Yeah.
I think I am stronger now because I've been actually following more of your advice and like doing more volume.
Nice.
Whereas like
Andrew and a lot of people who like get into working out and they're just excited, like you tend to lift heavy often and try to hit like a top single, like
it's
session or every week.
it's motivational to see yourself get close to and to hit bigger weight, like
Right.
quote unquote bigger weights. Big is different for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously for me, it's different than it is for you.
Yeah.
But like it's exciting to do that and it draws you in. You're like, but those like more boring days or like whatever you want to call them are like the maintenance days where you're really hitting more numbers.
Those volume days where you're doing like 3 sets of 5 or 6 sets of 3 or, you know, like you're doing sets and then you build to a single or...
I do a lot in 5s now. And I do think I see the value of it. now.
What's your best deadlift? Was it that?
That's my highest before. Yeah.
Dude, that was awesome. You kept the same speed the whole way up, which is really good. Like a lot of times, like that sticking point's like right around the knees. You know, like if you get off the floor, of course, it's kind of like right around that knees where people start to shake and lose their tension in their back. But you cruise through. I wouldn't be surprised if you could hit 10 more pounds.
I want to try 10 more pounds.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not, you know, until you miss.
Right. Yeah.
not
Might as well. We still have draft picks.
Oh, my next draft pick. I am going to be taking for my number 8 spot,
Drum roll.
Daredevil himself,
Ah!
Charlie Cox.
Interesting.
From the Daredevil TV series. The first TV pick of the draft, other than actually you just picked
Yep.
Reacher.
I got
The
it.
second, the first TV pick of the draft for my team.
Yes. Yes.
But man, he's much smaller than Alan Richson in terms of stature and also muscle mass. Smaller than a few people on this list, but something about his physique is so cool. You know what I mean?
It's a sleeper physique for sure.
It's a martial arts physique, which is why I think it's so cool. It's like he's leaner.
It's a great physique for his character.
Yes.
Like he doesn't like a lot of these guys like could look like they work out for a living, you know, like. But I feel like him is more of like a practical and achievable physique.
He looks like he can do what Daredevil does in the movie.
Right.
Like in the
Which
in the
is
show.
really important for believability of a show. Like if he looked like
If you look like Alan Richardson.
yeah, or Dwayne
Yeah.
Rock Johnson, like it wouldn't work
Yeah.
for the show. That's an interesting pick.
He wasn't on your list at all. I thought he might be.
No.
I started to feel safer as time went along. That's why I just kept pushing him off to 9.
Yeah.
We both love the show, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna counter yours. I'm kind of using your list to help pick my picks.
No way.
Yeah.
You're not going to do it.
Yeah. Why not,
I don't want to risk it saying it again, but I know what it is.
bro? You should just say it.
I'll say it. I'll risk it.
Go for it. Who is it?
Aaron's about to pick John Bernthal from The Punisher.
No, I'm not.
What is it making you think of, man?
Man. I'm gonna pick Stephen Amell from Arrow.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a really good pick.
Bro, he kind of has a similar physique as Daredevil.
But more muscle mass.
But yeah, he's got more muscle mass. He's a little leaner. Like you can kind of see the cuts of his muscles a little bit more.
I think he is like exactly what that like we talk about the Greek god thing that superheroes have that everybody idealizes.
Yeah, and he's also like performing like that, the salmon ladder or whatever, you know, which is a cool like feat of strength, of performance, you know. So it's like he's got some skill to back up, you know, his physique. Like his physique seems functional, you know, for his role. And he keeps it up over the years too. I mean, look how many seasons there were of Arrow. Like he looked good in every single season. You know, like he's a stud. But yeah, I can't believe that you've named 2 picks as a guess and they weren't who I was drafting. I feel like this is the perfect like comparison to Daredevil though.
John?
Both and a TV show coming out right around the same time. One's DC, one's Marvel. One is
Significantly better than the other.
exactly in Arrow being a little bit more stacked.
John Bernthal's really good physique though.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it's a good pick.
You can wrap this if you want. If you want to give me some motivation. I won't be insulted.
I'll keep it at 1 for you. Keep it at 1.
For me.
Yeah, for you.
Okay, so I can do my next
Too bad
pick.
we're not doing a live where they could be like, hey, do 10 reps. You know? Or like, here's $1 for each rep you have to do. Oh, there's an idea.
All right, so I have to do my next pick.
2 more picks left.
There's 2 I have in mind, and maybe I can get both of them. You tell me, what should I pick next? Size, or should I pick size, or should I pick like definition?
I think.
Why not both? I'm gonna go with Ben Affleck, Batman versus Superman.
Oh, I like it.
He's fighting a god, but he's the size of a Greek god.
Dude, he's convincing us that, like, punishing Batman, you know?
Dude, the scene where he's working out with like the grungy weights in the Batcave gym, and he's like pulling a sled with like, how much weight is on that sled, dude?
What does he got? Probably 4 45s on there.
He's like he's got chains around him doing pull-ups, dude. Ben Affleck's insane in that. Like, even movies around the filming of that, like Gone Girl, it's just like, why is he so big?
Yeah.
Because he's Batman.
He's a big guy.
And he's
a big guy.
He's really like the ab definition. He has like those really square abs in that movie. Like, he's really like defined as well.
All right.
Give me Batfleck. Put Batfleck on the board. Who do you got to combat Batfleck?
Okay, we're running out of people to pick that are like right off the top of my dome.
I thought you said you had a couple TV show picks. I guess you have 2.
I have 2. Yeah.
I thought you sounded like you had more.
No, those were the 2 that I was thinking of. Alan Richardson and Stephen Amell were the 2 that I was thinking of, and I got them back to back. Actually, the belt's right there. I feel like there's someone. There's got to be, right? There's so many actors out there, but there's someone that I'm like really missing. That's like a good physique that I'm not thinking of.
There's definitely gonna be people we're gonna get hate for. There's gotten people we're missing.
Oh, for sure.
You think I should take my shoes off?
No.
Okay.
I'd say keep it how you have been. Come on, let's get it. Andrew's got that tight belt. We're also not listening to any music right now. So Andrew's going purely off of rage right now. He's got demons that he's battling, and what better place to get that out than in the gym? So here we are, working out. Andrew's gonna hit this lift. Come on, Andrew, 4 PR, 325. Let's go for the people. Come on, for the people. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go. Yeah. PR, baby! PR! We just blew everyone's ears on that scream, and that is our record limit too.
Let my back go at that sticking point that you mentioned, and I was like, just push through it.
Dude, you got to that middle portion right around your knees where I was talking about is the sticking point of the deadlift, and you just grinded it out, man. You just going, and I'm sure you felt like your back kind of give just a little bit. But I really don't think it was nearly as much as you thought that it was.
Okay.
I think the belt kind of helped you stay really tight. I don't know how you pushed through that.
It felt like
I can't push through a deadlift that long. That was so long, bro.
I got you. I'm glad it didn't look that bad, but it felt like I was starting to go to like, just like so close to my body and like straight.
Yeah. we'll pull it up from this angle. That's why we got this side angle here so you can get the lift really good. It wasn't that bad. You're going to watch it back. Dude, how epic to hit a deadlift PR on the podcast. That's awesome, bro.
325.
Heck yeah, man.
That's the pound. That's the weight that's missing. That's the weight that's missing from my squat. I'm just collecting the weight that's missing from my squat into my deadlift.
It's like falling off of the squat barbell onto the deadlift barbell.
I'm in the gym squatting like 135 for like a bunch of reps to avoid going high on squats, and then put it into the deadlift.
All right, I'm going to show you how to actually do it though. So here we go.
Oh, sorry. Wait, did you do it all right? Dude, I was looking.
Celebration?
I was looking at the wall.
Dude, I went crazy for your lift. Why did you go crazy for my lift? It's the same way.
I missed it. I was looking at the. Here, do it one more time. Let's go!
We're having too much fun, man. All right, is it my pick or yours? It's my pick.
It's hard to tell.
I know. I don't know if you guys can see on this. Probably not from there, but Andrew's writing my list with so many spaces in between.
Let's move the camera and show the list at the very end.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I mean, you got him first, so like, it's probably better that you got him first. But I mean, come on, it's Batman. You gotta take Batman. You gotta have Batman on your team. So I'm taking the other Batman. This guy's physique has changed so much from movie to movie, from year to year, from role to role. It's incredible what this man can do with his body. He's a chameleon.
I'm ready.
He could be anything.
Hey, I can guess this one.
Yeah.
I bet I can guess this one.
Let's hear it. What is it?
You're taking, I'm guessing, Begins, Christian Bale.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Begins, right?
I would, either Begins or Rises. Probably Begins.
I think he looks his best in Begins, not my opinion.
He's probably a little fresher in Begins, you know.
He's younger.
He had some weight curves in between up to Rises. But yeah, I'm going to take Christian Bale.
I think Begins is his biggest weight jump. I think it's like Machinist to Begins or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the biggest weight jump in his career.
Isn't it crazy how much his physique moves? Like, I really don't fluctuate in weight that much. I've gained weight slowly over the last few years, but like, my weight stays about the same. Like I'm within like 2 to 5 pounds of my weight every single day. No matter if I eat a ton of crap or I don't eat or whatever, like I'm around the same. Like my body weight does not fluctuate. This man is all over the board, going down to like 135, up to 230, into 185, down to 155, up to 205.
And then it's not even just up
to like even heavier. When he was in like American Hustle, and
American Hustle,
fat,
and God, the movie where he plays George Bush's vice president. The Dick Cheney movie.
You know I'm not good with names.
I love that movie. I can't remember the name right now. Vice.
Yes. 25 one? Take off 5?
He like, that is
That's a
crazy.
15. You trying to kill me?
Where is it? Oh, it's underneath.
there.
It's underneath. I buried it. Yeah, he's insane. But that brings us to my last pick.
Yeah, it is your last pick. That means
I did want Christian Bale. I'm really sad I didn't get Christian Bale because I haven't been
surprised that you picked Ben Affleck over him.
Well, here's the thing: if we're picking actors, Christian Bale all the way, all the time, every day of the week. But physique.
But I mean, you normally pick your favorite.
Yeah, but Affleck's physique, I feel like, is stronger.
Yeah.
Like he can lift more, dude. That's
Maybe.
No, but I did really want Begins. I feel like I kind of got lost in the shuffle since I'm not looking at my written list. I'm trying to be fair and stick with you going off the dome because you're doing the same. So for my very last pick of the draft, this is one of the physique of all physiques, very famous, very popular, known for creating an aesthetic that would go through the ages. I'm going to pick Brad Pitt. Care to guess what movie? Fight Club.
Gotta be, yeah.
It was for me between Fight Club and Troy, though. I almost picked Troy.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But I feel like Fight Club's physique is more iconic because the metaphor of that movie is like he's the man that other men want to be. He's like the male gaze.
Well, I mean, a lot of times when people come into like a personal trainer or a gym or something, they're like, I want to look like Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
Yeah. So I feel like it's more iconic, even though the Troy physique is still like neck and neck for quality.
I think he's bigger in Troy. Like he's got a
lean,
bigger like upper body, but he's just so lean and cut, and like the movie itself is iconic. So like his physique in that movie is iconic as well. So that's a good pick, solid pick. I'm struggling to think of who I want next. I'm thinking.
Keep thinking, nerd.
I got a guy in mind, but I feel like he's too close to another guy that I have on my list. So I don't really want him to be on my list. But for some reason, I'm drawing a blank of who else should be next here. All right. Did I do this weight? I did this weight already. Let's go ahead and...
You did it already?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and just put the last 45 on to make him even 405. I'll hit my last weight with my last pick. Dang, while we're doing this draft and deadlift at the same time, we're going so slow.
You got some cobwebs on this weight. You must not be lifting very much.
Well, I normally use these plates over here, the 55s and 35s.
Yeah, because you're so strong.
Yeah.
All right, you got your last pick in mind before this lift?
I don't. I mean, I have one guy in mind, but I don't really want him because he's so close to another actor that I already have. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of look it up real quick. Man. Okay, I got it. I don't know how he's so low. Oh, there's two. I could have taken two. Man, who do I go with? Let me look at my list, see who would fit in better.
While you're looking and thinking, I'm going to recap our list up to this point. Or we're about to do the recap.
Yeah, we're about to do it. Okay, I got it. Should I hit this deadlift or say my pick?
Hit your deadlift first.
All right, here we go.
The audience wants to know.
405.
Can he do it? Yes, he can.
Okay, my last pick of the draft. I'm surprised it's taking this long. I'm a little upset that I didn't have him in my mind sooner than this. I definitely did when we came up with this idea. He was in my mind, and that is Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
From Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. He gets bigger each time.
He's huge, but he's still cut and lean.
I thought you were gonna pick Chris Hemsworth. Like especially now when you're like, I thought from the beginning you'd pick him, but now when you're saying like, I can't believe we didn't pick him till 10. Who we'll get flack just for leaving him till 10 because he's insane. Like he's like inventing new muscles that people are like, where did this come from? This extra muscle on the back of his delts doesn't make any sense. Right. Nobody like
his muscles have muscles, bro. He's crazy in shape.
I saw an article literally about that. Like I think it was a picture of like the back of his delt.
Yeah.
They were like, what is this extra muscle like coming out of his delt?
Yeah. It's insane. He got huge for that movie. Best part of the movie, to be honest. I mean,
You like the naked part?
yeah, best part. Which he was actually wearing shorts. It's all CGI, so it's a little sad there. But hey,
It's all prosthetics.
yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
His pecs are prosthetic. So what was the other one you were thinking? Well, I think we at the end of our drafts we should start doing a category. We normally do honorable mentions, but I want to start calling it the snub list. And they are honorable mentions, but they're things that we snubbed by not picking them.
Yeah, so I looked it up right here, and it was one of the first ones that came up on the list.
The snub
and that
list.
is Terry Crews.
I wrote Terry Crews down. I
Freaking
forgot.
huge,
I was gonna
bro.
when you mentioned TV shows, I was gonna do Terry Crews from Brooklyn Nine-Nine because he's
Yeah.
shirtless in that a lot.
Yeah.
Terry Crews is peak physical condition.
Dude, he
everything
was in
he's
Training
in.
Day.
Oh yeah.
I just watched Training Day the other day.
He's in White Chicks. He's in
Yeah.
dude. He's always in peak physical condition, and I have to write your last person on here. I still haven't.
Dude, he's gigantic and so shredded. It's insane. I mean, there's a couple other like bodybuilders that are on this list.
Lou Ferrigno,
The guy who plays Tarzan.
Alexander Skarsgård,
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
Lou Ferrigno from The Hulk. I
Yeah.
can't believe we didn't. I forgot Terry Crews, dude. That's such a good example. He is a mountain of a man. I mean, there's Vin Diesel. He's on the snub list.
Yeah.
There's Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and Bruce Lee all on the snub list. Mm-hmm. Chuck Norris on the snub list. Jason Statham on the snub list.
Statham's a good one.
Have you seen Death Race? He's in really good shape in Death Race, and it's a movie about him driving. I mean, he's obviously always in really good shape, but he has like a pull-up scene, and I'm like, he's like driving.
I know who we forgot.
Was your pull-up scene made you think of it?
Yes! I would have totally picked him on my team if we would have actually wrote out our list.
Who has
You know who I'm thinking about?
who has a really?
You want me to remind you of the scene here? He's
I think of The Rock in Pain and Gain.
Will Smith!
Oh, I thought I saw him on a list.
Bro.
Well, which Will Smith would you pick? then?
Any of them.
iRobot. He's not that cut in iRobot.
I would say I Am Legend is his best looking physique. But I mean, he was also Muhammad Ali.
Ali, I saw that. That's who I saw on the list.
He's huge there.
When I was looking at top Hollywood physiques, I saw Ali.
Dude, he should have been on our list.
This is a lot of snub people. It's hard.
He's such a big, well-known actor too. He would have totally pulled in some votes. Dang it. We messed up there, I think.
Who else did we miss? I saw Marlon Brando on a list.
Before we keep talking about who we missed, let's talk who's on our team.
Yeah.
You picked first, so why don't you read off who we got, and then we'll wrap up this episode. This episode went way longer than I was originally thinking. I was thinking like, oh, maybe we do like some deadlifts and we talk about this real quick and it'd be a 15-minute episode. Nah, we just did a regular episode, but we're out here deadlifting in between conversations, and it's gonna be like an hour and a half. Hour 15.
It was fun.
Hour 10.
We had fun though.
But yeah, again, if you like this format, let us know and we'll do this more often. We also have a live on TikTok. Don't know how that's doing since that's way over there. That was fun as well. But Andrew, who's on your best actor physique team?
I have Hugh Jackman at the number 1.
Solid.
Then Captain America in the 2 spot. My 3rd pick was Michael B. Jordan. In 4th, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then in 5th, Tom Hardy. 6th, Ryan Reynolds. 7th, Ryan Gosling. 8th, Charlie Cox's Daredevil. 9, Ben Affleck Batman. And 10, Brad Pitt from Fight Club.
Boom. And then my list, I have Henry Cavill. Did you say all the movies that they went to?
Not for all of them.
Okay, Henry
Man of
Cavill,
Steel.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Sylvester Stallone, Kraven the Hunter, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Zac Efron, Howard Richardson, Stephen Amell, and Chris Hemsworth to wrap up my team of 10. 10's a lot. We don't do 10 very often, but we did 10 just because there's a lot of picks.
So many.
It would have been hard to narrow it down to 5. And then also we wanted to last our whole deadlift workout, which our deadlifts took a long time, but it got you a PR.
New PR, pretty
which
exciting.
is awesome. That's crazy to hit a PR while we're just like casually doing a podcast. What a stud.
No big deal.
We need to make that a t-shirt. You know, you just holding a barbell, backseat directed. Dude, if you want that t-shirt, let us know. We've done a lot of like audience, let us know. So hopefully you give us something back that you liked from this episode.
Jay, we'll look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. One big thing that I don't think we've even mentioned till now is that we really want everybody or anybody who's watching to let us know in the comments which team that you think has the better physique overall. So from basically using your opinion to judge, no other criteria.
Yeah.
Whose 10 people that we just mentioned have the best overall physique? Vote your team. You can vote on multiple platforms. We collect all the votes. So if you were to vote on the Spotify poll and Facebook and in the comments on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, if you feel that passionate about one of the teams winning, then we'll count all those votes.
Yeah, for sure. And again, it's all subjective to you of who you think won. But Andrew, when you were picking your team, what was kind of your criteria of how you formed your 10 picks?
My criteria has like 2 separate sections because like with people like maybe like Michael B. Jordan's physique or Charlie Cox's Daredevil, I think of like what I would want to look like, or Tom Hardy in Warrior. But then when I pick somebody like Arnold or Batfleck, somebody like really huge, it's just about how impressed I am with the dedication that they put in and how massive they looked. What about you?
Yeah, I think you do have a lot of like sleeper picks, you know, like picks that are like, oh, that's like pretty achievable, you know, 1, naturally, and then 2, like it's just realistic with how much time that you would put into the gym. For me, it was kind of like
unreal.
mine was, yeah, more of like a further to reach physique, you know, like something that's more like superhero-esque. Like, what's the ideal build? Like, if you could do anything, if you had as much money, as much time as possible, like, what is the human body capable of? But then also proportion-wise, right? To where they're not just jacked upper body and they have tiny legs. You know, like they're proportional. They fit their role of what they're trying to play in that movie. But then also, I wanted a good mix of like really lean, but then also really big.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that the ones that are probably most difficult to achieve on your list that jump out to me are like Alan Ritchson in Reacher, Zac Efron in Baywatch, Dwayne Johnson in Literally Anything, Sylvester Stallone, and then, I mean, Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, and Jake Gyllenhaal, Southpaw. So that's like most of your list is super unachievable. Chris Hemsworth in Love and Thunder, super unachievable as well.
Oh, for sure.
The only ones that I think are a little bit achievable.
We don't know for sure, right? But most of those guys are on something.
Gear.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, if you like this, let us know. Let us know which team won. Say congratulations in the comments to Andrew for hitting a PR. He hit 325 on the deadlift. Took him a total of 10 seconds to get that 1 rep done. But it was awesome. Thanks again for watching, and
That's a wrap.